Our residents across large parts of New South Wales are being warned to expect more heavy rain, thunderstorms and the chance of increased flooding in the coming days. A new trough and associated low-pressure system is forecast to enter western NSW tomorrow. It will track westwards on Tuesday and Wednesday, bringing more rain and the chance of thunderstorms in many areas. Read more: flash flooding, damaging winds, hail and rain on the radar for NSW. The State Emergency Service, SES, is warning residents to brace for further flooding. Given the current flooding, saturated catchments and full dams, this forecast front will likely exacerbate the current riverine flooding, with multiple systems anticipated to see prolonged or renewed minor to major flooding, a spokesperson said. With catchments wet and many dams at capacity, waterways are very sensitive to rainfall, and further river rises and renewed flooding are likely for the inland catchments. SES crews will be continuing operations in the affected areas. The SES will be working closely with the Bureau of Meteorology to determine the impact areas of the forecast weather. Read more: police investigate child's death in Melbourne shed fire, search for man missing in lake. Today's update on the flood disaster comes as the search continues for a man believed missing in floodwater in Western Sydney. About 9:40 p.m. yesterday, emergency services were called to James Bruce Drive, North Parramatta, after reports a person had been hit by a car. Police had been told a man was seen running across the road when he was hit by a car. The driver of the car stopped to give help, before the injured man ran from the scene on foot. Police were later called to nearby Lake Parramatta Reserve, after reports of a person in distress in the lake. Police divers have been called in for the search operation today. Current flood warnings: prolonged flooding is continuing in western and southern NSW, the SES said. A number of flood warnings are current. Many communities are experiencing continuous or repeat flooding. Currently, minor to major flooding is present in several catchments across the state as flood peaks move slowly downstream, a spokesperson said. Among the communities affected is the western NSW town of Gunnedah. The river peaked at 8.24 meters yesterday morning. It is expected to remain at major level for the rest of today, but is slowly receding, the SES said. As the water recedes, SES workers will conduct damage assessments. Meanwhile, Wee-Waa and Worsen will remain isolated for many days. We are conducting numerous resupply operations to residents with essential stores such as water, food and medicines, and have deployed aircraft and high-clearance vehicles, the SES spokesperson said. Residents impacted by floods and requiring assistance such as temporary accommodation or resupply should call the SES on 132,500.